Hello, dear friends. Benjamin Fulford hopes that the peaceful transition can be arranged later this year or early next, but no one knows the day or hour. Meanwhile, more interesting information is coming out every day, but they will never tell it on television. Opinion piece. Secret space program. Secret advanced technology. Colonization of other planets. Contact with ED intelligences. Let's start. The existence of a secret space program is a closely guarded mystery, but information from whistleblowers, intelligence agents, and former astronauts has surfaced for decades. All the world powers are supposed to have their own secret space program, including India, which researched its ancient Vimanas. The ancient astronaut theory fits this narrative. This sounds like science fiction, but it sounds real. It would be based on the anti-gravity technology of crashed UFOs, but already Tesla discovered anti-gravity, and Victor Schauberger invented repulsing or the repulsive engine. He built several working prototypes, including a vertical takeoff flying disc, but was never able to patent it. The repulsing was a device that took advantage of natural principles to generate levitation or anti-gravity movement. The repulsive drive refers to the idea of using repulsive forces to generate anti-gravity motion. He designed a self-supporting vortex on top of the machine, which pulled the ship in the direction of its lift. The experiment was so strong that the ship broke its anchors and was shot into the sky. It is said that it is based on doubling or collapsing space instead of traversing it, but I don't have any more information. Definition. The secret space program is a term that refers to a series of theories and narratives that suggest the existence of highly classified and hidden space programs operated by governments or secret organizations that would be involved in space activities beyond that what has been revealed publicly. These theories often state that these secret programs have made significant technological advances and have been in operation for decades. These programs are argued to have access to far more advanced technology than has been publicly revealed, including more futuristic spacecraft, as well as revolutionary free energy systems and propulsion. It is suggested that these secret space programs have established secret bases on the Moon, Mars, and elsewhere in the solar system, and even in other solar systems, and may have been involved in the colonization and exploration of these planets. Some narratives suggest that secret programs have had contact with and secretly collaborated with extraterrestrial civilizations. It is argued that governments and official space agencies hide the true nature of the programs in order to keep the secrets and avoid panic in the public. Opinion. According to Benjamin Fulford, the secret space program people say that we live in a multiverse. In his opinion, there are infinite number of realities. Some are so similar that the only difference is the color of the shirt you are wearing. Others are so different that even the basic laws of physics, as we know them, don't apply. These real-life self-described men in black say they deal with travelers who move freely between parallel realities. The main faction claims that they are from a civilization that broke away from ours around the time of World War II, developed anti-gravity, and colonized many of the nearby planets. They claim to have made it as far as the fifth dimension before being stopped in the sixth dimension and sent back to this Earth. They are called the famous Space Nazis, a splinter faction of the Third Reich that would have formed the Fourth Reich in secret. Fulford asks these people from the secret space program to come out of hiding and share the technology with us. Otherwise, we will have to continue to diminish them as interesting stories combined with videos of flying objects that remain elusive in the world of here and now. They say they will come out of the closet when our leadership is overthrown. On the other hand, Benjamin Fulford believes that an international cancellation of all debt and a redistribution of assets is needed. Obviously, this will have to be tailored to meet the needs of countries and regions and will require a lot of careful planning. In his view, the final hurdle that must be cleared before the new and improved systems can be established is getting the current alarming bloodlines to step aside and relinquish control. Lineage families ask as a condition for delivery that the Jubilee also be applied to their criminal behaviors. In any case, it is hoped that the peaceful transition can be arranged later this year or early next year. The alternative would be chaos as the current system heads towards its collapse. Aliens. Dr. Michael Sala interviews Timothy Alberino about alleged aliens in Peru. You may have heard the story of the town deep in Amazon jungle. The villagers are sure that they have been attacked by aliens, but the Peruvian army has concluded after its investigation that the incidents have been perpetrated by illegal gold miners. However, Timothy has a few different ideas of the situation about indigenous intraterrestrial living underground. According to Steve Biko, a book of the Maui fires titled Fire and Fury, the story of the 2023 Maui fire and its implications for climate change, is now available on Amazon. Fire and its implication. That's all. That's all. It's a repetition. The situation resembles the Paris shootings, when a full account of the events appeared on Wikipedia with comments from the French president within 2 hours of the incident. The intention would be to link fire to climate change and to fix and control the narrative. Susana Maresca believes that the plan was ultimately a land grab to turn the entire island into a 50-minute smart city. Minutes in plural. Why is there such a frenzy to buy the properties that just burnt down in Hawaii? According to Michael Snyder, can you imagine calling a family that just watched their house burn to the ground and offering to buy their land below market value? Apparently, this is happening in Hawaii right now on a large scale. Grieving property owners are being bombarded with calls from greedy people. And I think that says a lot about the current state of our society. We literally adore material possessions and financial gain, and the greed we are witnessing right now is staggering. According to Sky News, Spain was attacked on Wednesday, 16th August, by the same mysterious pop-up fires that are incinerating objects and trees are still green next to them. 3,000 people were evacuated from the island of Tenerife. Economy. Goldilocks posts commentary and news about the global financial system. India and Iraq have met to agree to strengthen economic and banking ties between their countries. This will add Iraq to the Unified Payment Interface electronic mechanisms need to conduct digital transactions between countries. The Unified Payment Interface is a QFS system that unifies payment accounts between countries, making it possible to facilitate trade in their own local currencies. The price of gold is quoted in dollars because it is the most active market in the world, but countries that trade in their own national currency will influence the price of gold. The tokenization of assets, including gold, will provide the opportunity to standardize the price of gold for a collective set of global data in the QFS. China's major state-owned banks were busy selling dollars to buy yuan on the foreign exchange market in an attempt to stem the yuan's depreciation. State banks act at the behest of the central bank when the yuan is under pressure. China made the decision to support its oil operations with gold to strengthen the petro-yuan. This move has benefited China in the new digital trading system in the eastern half of our world. China reopening. According to Goldilocks, China is cutting rates, but the US is raising rates. The two largest economies are on two different paths. One is holding gold and influencing many of the world's most important supply chains. The other is heavily dependent on its currency and is sinking deeper into debt. Asia, poised to post global economic growth, boosted by China's reopening. It is important to note that China's reopening to the global economy is expected to ease pressure on dollar demand going forward. That is why we're witnessing currency reforms beginning to mature around the world. A shift in power and wealth transfer is occurring. We are approaching three very important meetings that offer guidance for the rest of the year and beyond on the new trade and monetary policies. We are in transition to a new digital economy, and we are seeing the growth of new demands in countries that have not been seen before in a long time. As our instant countries become more sovereign, that will open the doors for their own local currency to be used in trade alongside the Chinese yuan. This revaluation of currencies is a process that culminates in several necessary triggers to change the world economy. A digital reset, a reset in the price of gold, silver and oil, changes in monetary policy, a reset in trade routes around the world. New economic bills becoming law are just a few of the changes that are taking place. Messages. According to Juan Osabi, we may have some challenging times ahead, but ultimately, the grand and wonderful world ahead is so exciting that it's worth whatever else we have to go through to get there. Kehra's daily message. All that is unfolding in front of you now are frequency adjustments that are being made with the higher light entering Earth at this time, with a galactic assistance. All that is asked for you is to have an open heart and soul connection, from which compassion, love, and wisdom flow. Going deeper into self-actualization by Kenneth Smith. On the inner path of self-mastery, the most important process we must go through is entering a high-frequency mental and emotional presence, beyond limiting beliefs about ourselves. This happens when we deliberately open our consciousness through our imagination, creating visions of beauty and feelings of gratitude, joy, compassion, and love. We all know what this feels like, because it is our natural state of being. Using our imagination, we can open our receptivity to the greater awareness of our essential self. We know when we are in a space of gratitude and joy. From Whose Perspective? By Nadina Baum. When you say this is right and this is wrong, we have to ask, from whose perspective? Some people spend their time writing video games and others spend their days playing games. Does it make the one who writes the game more correct because they are making money, and the one who plays all day wrong because they don't get paid? Do you want a world based on money or a world based on freedom and joy? Some people like to watch the sky and count the clouds, while others like to study it. Some observe nature, while others take pictures. Some love to swim in the sea, while others love to climb mountains. And some love to design video games, while others love to play games. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.